bottom, it's normally stories that come with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is. We back again for the Saturday Shenanigans, man. It is February 19th, 2022. I am your host, Jay Walker III. That's my co-host, Carolina Dirt 803. What it is, brother?
Tap in Saturday. We about to get it in on this nice, well, in Carolina, cool Saturday. But let's have a good time.
Indeed, man. Look, this is a special one right here, man. Look, a lot of y'all saw, what's the name of the Cowboy picture that just came out?
Oh, the one with Philly with Idris Elba?
With
Concrete
Elba, yeah.
Cowboys?
The Harder They Fall.
Yeah.
No, the Harder They Fall.
I'm thinking the one he did in Philly.
But either way, man, we got a real life black cowboy. Black cowboy in the building. He is he gonna tell you a little bit about what he do, man, but we gonna introduce to y'all this evening Mr. Derrick Richard. Mr. Derrick Richard. How you doing this evening, sir?
I'm great, guys. How y'all doing today?
Blessed and highly favored.
10 toes down in the dirt, so we good.
Hello.
We're not facing up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Indeed, man. So we start this thing off normally with a situation called First Call, man. It's still some quick questions. Ain't no right or wrong answer. It's kind of either or. Nothing too deep.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask you.
All right.
Big breakfast or big dinner?
Breakfast.
Big breakfast. Got
Big
a long
breakfast.
day.
Long day.
All right. Fast or slow?
I like to get it over with.
You like to get it over with. Indeed. Indeed. Fear of heights or fear of large bodies of water?
You're breaking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. More afraid of heights or large bodies of water?
Neither one.
Neither one. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, ain't no right or wrong answer. Fast cars or big trucks?
Big trucks.
Big trucks, indeed. And then my last one is just kind of like a free fall. You got the barbecue of your choice. You the chef or you at your favorite place. What's your favorite cut? What you going for when the barbecue open?
Oh man, give me that brisket. I'm a brisket man. I mean, you can't go wrong with a good brisket, man.
Not a good one. Yeah,
Not a good one.
Exactly.
That. Not a good one, man. Give me that brisket.
Well, that was my 5, man. See how easy that was?
Oh man, that's all right.
All right, we're gonna go grits and corned beef and hash, or grits and fish and grits.
Fish and grits all day long.
All right. Speaking of that, all right. What is your favorite? Because I heard you got that dually. So what's your favorite brand of dually?
Well, I'm gonna go with the Dodge because I mean I can't say nothing bad about them. I done had a couple of them, and whatever you put behind them is coming with you. And you got to check back there to make sure it's okay. It's there. You know.
Okay.
They go. They say don't worry about the wagon. Don't worry about the mule. Load the wagon. It goes with the goat. That goes with that goat. You know what I mean? That Dodge Ram. Just
all
put
right.
it back there. It's coming with you.
Yeah. So you'll go barbecue or seafood?
Oh man. Whew. I love me some good seafood. I can get barbecue just about every day. I'm gonna go with seafood.
All right. So we're gonna do Curtis Mayfield?
Uh-oh.
Or we gonna go with we'll take it back a little further. We'll go Sam Cooke.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Sam.
You a real cowboy. You like that? You a real cowboy. So because you a cowboy, are you a crack of dawn or you a late into the night person for the last one?
I'm up early, yeah. So I say I'm up early. I mean, I got things to do. I mean, if it's daylight, I gotta be doing something. I don't come in the house a lot of time until it's dark. I mean, if it's daylight, I'm out there. I got something to do.
All right, Derrick, that was first call. Appreciate that.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna get off into this.
Oh, he got that crown. Oh,
okay.
Go ahead.
We're gonna get off into these horses, man. And
all right, let's get into these horses,
man. I guess my first question would be, what is a quarter horse by definition?
Quarter horse. He was bred basically originally as a running horse to run the fastest in a quarter mile, as in a mad dash to the wire. First one to get there as the winner. So they were bred for sprinters, to be sprinters. Now there's different breeds of those quarter horses. Now you got your running quarter and then you got your working quarter. They end up breeding both of these together and getting your cutting horse. You have the speed, but you have the cow sense to actually, you know what I mean, the cow. So it's different variations of the quarter horse.
Okay.
But originally he was bred for faster than a quarter mile.
So what's the fast time for a horse in a quarter mile?
Oh man, probably a good maybe 12, 13 seconds, maybe.
Jeez,
man, that's a big body car right now.
I'm about to say,
that's a big
body. A 4-cylinder Camry that wouldn't do 12 in a quarter.
I mean, them jokers run so fast, man, water come out your eye. You know what I mean? So they moving.
For 13 seconds, you got to think. I mean, but for 13 seconds, yeah, you got some cars that can't do a quarter mile. Like they top out. Damn.
That's fast.
That's fast.
I knew you was gonna say a number. I didn't know it was gonna be that number.
All right.
So somebody in the comments, they asking, you breeding your horses, you trading your horses. How often do you run across wild horses, or have you ever in your experience had to break a wild horse?
Yeah. I mean, but what you consider wild? I mean, as never been touched, or your Mustangs, like I said, that's wild horses. I mean, I've trained one or two of those. I start horses. I mean, nowadays horses are bred. If they domesticated, they're wild, but still have some kind of human interaction.
Right.
So they're not really wild as you would think they are. Put it like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Not as hard to approach as you might think.
Right. I mean, I guess if you know how, then it's not hard. But anything, if you know, it's not hard. You know what I mean? So I mean, I got years of experience handed down to me from my grandparents. You know what I mean? So, being able to read a horse. I mean, if you can read a horse, then you can train one. But I mean, that's why they got horse riders and horse trainers.
So what's the heaviest horse you have seen?
Oh man, probably the Shire or the Clydesdale, well over 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, I seen a Clydesdale in person one time. That's bananas, man. That's a big horse. That's a big animal.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they do like the tours in Charleston, downtown Charleston, South Carolina. I don't know if it'd be the Clydesdales, the one pulling the carriages for the tours. It might be.
Yeah. The Budweiser, they use the Clydesdales.
Well,
I mean, they like 17 to 20 hands tall. You know what I mean? And how do you measure a horse in hands? How do they do that?
Shit, I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. It was based on your hand, right? the 4 inches. 4 inches. Every 4 inches is a hand.
Okay.
From the ground to the point of his withers, where his neck and his back meet together, that's called a wither, right? So from the ground to that point, measured in hands, is how tall your horse is.
Gee, man.
So what if you got little hands?
Well,
then it's more than 17.
We're gonna go with 4 inches, right?
Let me ask you. So,
yes, I guess you have those, you know. So your average hand. We ain't talking about Shaq hands either, you
know. Right. Well, let's get to you've been around this your entire life. You originally from the boot, from the boot. So, give us a little background on your upbringing, on your grandparents.
Oh man, I was born in a little town called Palmetto, Louisiana. Like I said, you blink your eye, you're through it. Okay. I graduated in the class of, I think we had maybe 27 people.
Dang. That was a class.
Yeah.
Y'all went to school from kindergarten to 12th grade in the same building.
No, we actually had it from 6 to 12. But still and all, it was a real small town, real small school, you know. I guess my grandfather gave me my first horse. I guess I was 4 years old. I had a little Shetland pony. My grandfather had bought for me, and my uncles, we used to go riding and stuff. He saddled the horse up for me. We used to ride in these bean fields and stuff. And we had those blue tick hound dogs. They would go along. Every time we saw the horse, they would follow us. They was on the trail with us. So they would jump in between them bean fields, in between the beans with me, and the horse would duck from under me, and I would hit the ground. One day I felt kind of hard, man, and like I said, I had tears running down my doggone face and stuff. I was walking through the beans fields. My uncle, we caught the horse and brought it back to me. And I said, man, I don't want to get back on this horse. I got back on, but when we got back home, I didn't want to ride no more. And I mean, it was probably about, I guess, from 4 to 5, about 5 to about, I guess, 8 or 9, because my grandfather passed when I was like 8. So, yeah, but we were sitting on the porch. I'm gonna go back to this conversation why I didn't want to ride no more. We were sitting on the porch. I mean, a couple of weeks passed, you know what I mean? And my uncle was telling my grandpa, like, Daddy, Derrick don't want to ride that horse, you know what I mean? And my grandpa said, well, Derrick, you don't ride this horse, I'm gonna sell him. I say, sell him, Papa. So I ain't want no part of it, man. I mean, I feel on my doggone side like the wind out of me. I ain't know how to take that. You know what I mean? A 5-year-old, and they didn't have we didn't have the best of material. You know what I mean? The saddle I had, right. You know what I mean? It's put together with hay string. You know what I mean? It's makeshift saddle. You know what I mean? Just sitting up there, but they did the best that they could with what they had. You know, so. But after my grandfather passed, my uncle, he actually raised another horse for me. I mean, because it was about 3 or 4 years before. But I never did not want to be around him. I mean, I would go in there, brush him and stuff and feed him. I never lost my interest in being around him. But I guess I was too small to actually handle him, you know. Right. But when he gave me that horse there after my grandfather passed and I got on that horse while I was feeding him, while he was bareback with nothing on him, and he didn't move, and we had a good relationship, man. And when it was time for me to actually ride him down the road and actually break him, he was broke. And my uncle didn't understand and didn't know why this horse is not acting a fool. We saddling him up. He's just as docile. But I had broke him and he didn't even realize it, you know. And I found my talent, you know what I mean? So, and I never been off a horse since.
So how old were you when you raced your first horse? I know you raced somebody in the neighborhood.
When you finally got to where
probably
you could get down.
Yeah, when I was at least 9 or 10 years old, I had my fear of falling was like it didn't matter, you know what I mean? So we was wide open 9, 10 years old. Man.
So who was the baddest kid in your neighborhood at that age?
Probably me.
But you know, they say the same thing about motorcycle riders.
And not bragging, but if you ask anybody that grew up with me in our Mileage hometown, they'll probably agree with me.
Okay.
So you the baddest man on 4 feet.
Full hoof.
Right. I was doing things with horses as a teenager that a lot of adults couldn't understand. How you get your horse to do that? How are you doing this? You know what I mean? I was well above my age and actually in the horse training era.
I know that helped you get some ladies at that young age. I know that.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
That's a big animal, man. It's impressive to be able to control
that
animal that strong.
Right.
So I guess that's my next thing. What's the worst injury you had over the years working with these horses?
Broken arm.
And how that happen?
I was actually at a friend of mine. He invited me. It was like 2009, 2010. He invited me up to Vegas. He lived in Pahrump, right outside of Vegas, right? And we was gonna do a clinic up there. He had a few people he got together and stuff. They had problem horses that were bucking, horses that didn't want to load and didn't want to accept the bridle. All these different issues, what have you, right? So I said, sure, get it together and I'll come on down and you know what I mean, and I'll do the little clinic and we're having some fun. So I got down there. The clinic went well. We get back to his house. I'm ready to go to the strip. He want to ride. He want to ride. Just me and him. Man, I've been riding horses, messing with horses all day. My stuff in the trailer. I don't want to mess with no horse right now. Let's go to the strip. Oh, we got plenty of time, dude. We got plenty of time. I say, okay. I get on the horse. Do my little thing. What I do with the horse anyway. Checking it out. I said, man, this horse been on the road. Yeah, I've been out a couple times with it. I said, okay. But as we was going along, my doggone foot was sticking in the stirrup. But I ain't paying no mind, you know what I mean? But the stirrup was a little smaller than what I'm used to, you know? So, but all that comes back to me whenever this incident happened. So we maybe 2 blocks from his house. This, I guess his neighbor is Winnebago. He come driving down the road. He's in front of me. I'm behind him. He waving at the guy in the Winnebago. I'm waving at the guy. His horse going straight. I'm looking at the dude in the Winnebago. I look down. My horse that went left. So he's going through these folks' yard. They got folks clotheslines and stuff hanging up in the doggone yard and stuff. And it didn't really. I wasn't really freaked out about it. You know what I mean? I made my move to get off him because I didn't know where he was taking me. So I made my move to get off of him. My right foot came out the stirrup. My left foot, I thought it came out, but it didn't. And here I come down on that doggone arm, man. I mean, broke my arm in half, broke both bones. My bone sticking out my doggone hand of my arm, right? And my buddy, he's looking at me like, you all right, D? I said, yeah, I'm all right, man, because I didn't know my arm was broke. I said, I'm okay. Just catch the horse, man. My leg is hurt. Because I guess I hit a rock. When I fell, I hit a rock. I had a bruise on my leg. But when I tried to get up, that's when I realized my doggone arm was broke. I said, God, don't get out of it. Broke my damn arm.
Man, that's all you said?
That's some cowboy shit.
Exactly,
that's
like
real
that.
Cowboy shit.
And I'm looking at my arm, like you said, and I'm plucking dirt out the bone in my arm. And my friend is like, he about to throw up. You know what I mean?
You should have beat him with that goddamn hat. I told you we should have went to the strip.
Yeah, he about to throw up, man. And so he said, D, I said, I'm all right, man. All right, I just done broke my damn arm, you know. But it never hurt. I can't explain it.
So you was lucky. Like, even though the stirrup was too small, it was still enough to let you go when you hit the ground.
Let me go. Exactly.
That could have went all kind of bad, bro.
All kind of bad. But you know, it never did deter me. I continue to train like I train and do what I do. I mean, because I chalked it up to a freak accident, you know.
So do people that can't break horses, are you one of the people that they call?
Yes, I done got plenty of horses that people done call themselves breaking or starting and got a little too much horse for them or whatever. You know what I mean? I'll say, if you gonna give him a try, yeah, bring him over. I'll take him.
So how many horses broke you?
Oh, I have yet, man. I have yet. Now I've trained some, and the owners that have I've given back to the owners, and these I just can't do nothing with it. And they bring them back to me, and how you do that? I mean, I don't know. You just have to have that presence. You know what I mean? If they're herd animals, so if you're not the leader, and they know you're afraid of them, you know what I mean? And they've tried them, they've tried you, they've tested you, and they've gotten away with a few things, then they're more apt to continue to try you. And you know what I mean? So if you have to be the leader.
Yeah.
So it's best if you don't know how to train a horse, take it to someone, take it to a professional that knows how to train. You put it in their hands, somebody that you trust, that's gonna put a good foundation on your horse, so you can get on it with confidence and go where you need to go. Otherwise, you can watch these videos of these horse trainers. You can watch all the videos in the world, but until you learn that timing of that pressure release and the reward, and you spinning your wheels. I mean, you
sound like the Caesar Milan of horses.
Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, that's what I was about to get to. Because some people, Caesar Milan had a strategy, and then later on, some people thought that was abuse. Do you run across that with being the trainer, of the fine line between training and abuse?
Yeah, I mean, you have those people that I don't know how I should say this, but they're animals, you know what I mean? And they want to treat them like their friend, you know what I mean? But they're animals, you know what I mean? They don't think like we think. So they can really hurt you if you're not careful, if you're not knowledgeable of, you know what I mean, of what they're capable of doing, you know what I mean? So and I'm a firm believer, do less as possible, but firm as I need to.
Yeah.
So I can do less because I'm starting this horse. But if you created a problem, he's gonna try me. He's gonna try me. He's gonna try that same thing with me. So I'm gonna have to put even more pressure on him. That's why I say, if you're gonna train your horse, train him. If not, send him to somebody that's gonna train him, and then he won't have to go through that. Okay, I'm gonna break you. You know what I mean? You have to do. You have to listen to me. You know what I mean? So that's a stage that, you know what I mean, they end up going through when they don't really have to go through that. If you send them to somebody that has that puts a good foundation on them from the start.
So is there a difference between you being in it, you grew up raising horses, and then somebody that went to school for whatever, and then they moved into the profession?
Right.
Are y'all strategies similar, or are they you like, bro, no, I live with this. I grew up doing this.
No, everybody can learn something from everybody, man. I mean, whatever it boils down to, you can have a beginner horse trainer, whatever method you use. You know what I mean? If it gives you the result that you're looking for, then by all means use it. You know what I mean? So, and it might be something you did that you did it that way. You know what I mean? And got the same result that I've been doing it this way and get the same result. So, I don't know. It's training. So if you can, whatever gets you the results that you're looking for.
Indeed. You grew up around this. It's your family business for as long as you've been alive.
Right.
I know the amount of money is ridiculous in terms of training, healthcare, feeding, lodging.
Yeah,
all the things that you got to do.
It can be.
In a business where we don't see ourselves or see people that look like us, how many other black cowboys do you work with or that you know of that are successful doing what you do?
There are a few. There are a few. Like I said, I've been growing my business for some years now. But there's a few out there that's doing what I'm doing, and some might be doing a little bit more than what I've been doing. Some may be doing a little less. But there are more and more of us out here trying to do what I'm doing. Period. You know what I mean? There is.
Right.
And
I
I try
just
to support them every way I can. You know what I mean? I have some that we collaborate on with. I'm having a problem with this horse. You know what I mean? When you come hit me, I don't need to start this coat or whatever. Can you give me a hand, or you know what I mean? So I say, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? So we all try to do what we can do, and everybody. I might be a good trainer for you, but
right.
the next man, oh, he might not like my methods, or I mean, you know what I mean? He might want it done. Okay, I might get your horse going, and I got a fast start program, right? I'm gonna give you an example. I got a fast start program. I can get your horse going. 2 weeks, you can be rolling on it.
Damn.
So this other fella, he might, no, man, I want a more slower approach. I need you to do that same thing in about a month. So you just gotta listen to your clients and see what their needs and you know what I mean, what their expectations are. You know what I mean? So I can literally get on a horse and ride him. Give me 30 minutes with him, I can get on him riding. I don't care how bad he is, just to prove a point. Give me 30 minutes with him, and I can get on him and ride him around.
So do you worry about, so a client brings you a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ask them to form, do they have a relationship already formed? Like if I bring my dog in, let's say I bring a puppy in, I gotta form a relationship with my puppy before it meets my baby, or vice versa, like, smell the cloth and all that. Is there
dogs and horses, there's two different things.
Well, I'm just talking about for like a rider. If somebody says, I want this horse for this, do you have to know why he needs the horse when you're training? That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. I need to know what he's using his horse for, because of the breed of horse that he gonna choose gonna determine how well he gonna be at the discipline that he chooses.
Okay.
If he want a hunter jumper, he might need a warm blood thoroughbred mix. If he want would he jump over the obstacles and stuff?
Oh, okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I lost Tuka.
Right, where they jump over these obstacles, like these waterways and these big old tall ladders and you know what I mean, poles and stuff. That's a different breed.
You do all that, bro? You jump horses?
No.
I'm about to say.
No. I'm strictly in the quarter. I'm strictly in the quarter horse. But like I said, I can train any discipline though. But I prefer the quarter horse. I like the quarter horse because I think he's the most versatile horse there is. I mean, you can damn near any discipline you name, he can do it, and he gonna probably do it pretty good.
I always admire, like when I watch an old cowboy picture, or not so much like the derbies and everything, but when you see a horse full gait in the wild, that's some beautiful shit, man.
Right.
And I just can imagine, like you say, the water coming out of your eyes because you down on this horse getting down the road, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, tell me top speed. I should have asked you earlier. What's top speed?
Probably about 30, 35.
It seems like you're going faster than that, bro. It seems like you're going faster than that.
Well, the initial takeoff will probably feel like you're going faster than that. You know what I mean?
A lot of torque in it.
Right. So, yeah, it's the initial takeoff. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, 35, like I said, 40 will be rolling pretty good. You know what I mean? You're rolling pretty good, but somewhere in that mile per hour range, I guess.
From stop to go, he get there in what? 3 strides, 4 strides?
To his top speed?
Yeah.
Depends on the horse side. All of them a little different. Some of them take more than that. Some of them, you know what I mean, halfway they get into their stride. You know what I mean? So, and some of them right off the bat, they wide open. So it just depends on the horse.
So have you trained a horse for, I ain't gonna say the Kentucky Derby, but into lanes like that where they're racing?
No, I have not. I'm not. My grandfather used to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? He was at the racetrack. You know what I mean? But No, I was always into. I wanted the rope and stuff. I wanted to do the
Oh,
real
okay.
cowboy stuff. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like I said, I've been on the race horses, but I never have been. No, I'm not gonna say I'm a racehorse trainer though.
So speaking of roping, man, how hard is it to lasso that thing, sling it out there, hit the cattle, jump off, run over there?
And tie him up, huh?
Yeah, like you got to be in some kind of shape, bro. You got to
Yes,
be,
yes.
and you wearing
Of
tight
shape.
jeans,
Some
tight
kind of
jeans and
shape.
boots,
So
bro. You got
that
to
just
be.
lets you know what kind of athlete you are, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
So, yeah. But well, I mean, we some talented people, man. I mean, you do anything enough, you get good at it. You know? So,
yeah,
and I've been having a rope in my hand since, like I said, since I can remember. You know what I mean? Trying to rope a post, or I rope a bucket out there, or something. You know what I mean? I rope the dog, or
yeah. You rope the dog.
oh man, rope
Well, that's a
anything
little
that
net.
come
That's
by you. You know what I mean? So rope
well,
the hog, gotta rope the hog and get on it, ride it. I
yeah. You
mean,
rope the hole.
oh man, we done some kind of man. I had a good childhood, man.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Sound like for real,
So
for
you
real.
roping everything.
Oh man, everything is like, yeah. But them boys roping and getting on them horses off of them horses in shoot 7, 8 seconds. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So this year was the first time at the NFR we had three three black cowboys in the at the National Finals Rodeo at the doggone in Vegas. First time ever we had.
Oh wow. That's dope. I don't
Yeah,
know, but the
Representation
way you
matters,
say it,
man.
yeah. I don't know nothing about it, but the way you say it, that means there's
right,
something.
right. It is. That lets you know that the changes come. You know, so
Right, right.
yeah. All before we had one or two. That's about all. But yeah, we
How
had
do
three, and I see it. I see it being even more. You know what I mean? Years to come.
Oh, don't worry.
well that's
We
what
about to
this is
help you
for,
out.
man. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if people know the opportunities that they have or know that there is a group of people that look like them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
ain't no telling when you a child, your mind is open to everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not scared to do anything because it's
Exactly.
all new.
Right. Right.
And that's what this show is about, is the extraordinary ability of regular people. You don't
Right.
think you doing nothing special, and you blowing my mind.
You
Oh
ain't lying.
man.
You ain't lying. Hey, matter of
So
fact, you make me want to go get a horse just so I can say I don't. Hey, go ahead and sell it. I don't want.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And man, horses are they getting expensive, and the more you teach them, the more they know, the more expensive they're getting, and then you get into all these pedigrees and these bloodlines or whatever. You know what I mean? And what they daddy did or their grandfather did, it just increased their value even more. So I mean, you can get into some pretty expensive horses messing with in this horse world
So
nowadays.
I,
Nowadays, it's,
I hate to say this, and it's just because we're talking about the horses.
mhm.
So the supplement that some people are taking for coronavirus, that's just for horses.
oh, Invermectin.
Yeah,
Ivermectin.
ivermectin. I
Hmm.
hate to. I mean, just because you brought it up, I wasn't thinking about this question till you brought it up.
Right.
What is your take on a 2,000 pound animal supplement that somebody that's 150 pounds taking?
Man, like I said, I want. It's nothing that I would do.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. You
It's,
ain't
it's
gotta say
nothing.
no
It's
more than
nothing
that.
that I would even consider doing. You know what I mean? So I, I, I don't know. I don't know what. But like I said, they got people doing it and have been doing it, and some say it's working fine, and some say it don't. But I, like you said, it's made for 1,200, 1,500 pound animal. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Mm.
and I know you take it in increments because they got increments. If they weigh 400 or 500 pounds, you got this much dose or whatever. But still, this made. I don't know. I think it's made for animals for a reason, you know. So, but hey,
So,
if it not killing them, to each his own shit. But
so how?
Rishaw won't be putting no ivermectin
Yeah.
either.
So what's the so as far as supplements, your daily supplements for your horses compared to somebody who's racing them and taking pride in, what's the price range in daily supplement prices?
See, ivermectin is not a supplement.
No, I'm talking about just other supplements. I'm just talking about performance
Oh,
supplements now.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we're gonna leave that alone.
I
We're gonna
got you.
leave
I
that.
got
Vitamins,
you. I got
Yeah,
you.
vitamins and
vitamins,
stuff.
herbs, things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, I'm more of a natural man. If you, I feed a grain based feed. Your corn, your oats, and uh, extruded. It's a pellet. I mean, it's a pellet that I feed too. I mean, it's is in pellet form, but it's actually extruded with corn, molasses, and oats, and uh, a few other grains
Sound like
that
some
actually,
Cheerios.
that actually yes. If you get a high quality feed, then you don't really need those extra supplements or whatever. You know what I mean? But if they're getting a good fertilized hay, you know what I mean? It has to be nice fertilized hay, you know what I mean? Not nothing that's all old and moldy or whatever. And you feed them some good grain. I mean, I think that's plenty enough. If you performing every night or every weekend, you're going to this barrel racing or roping or whatever, then you might need to give them a few more supplements, you know what I mean, for their bones or whatever. You know what I mean? It depends on what you think your horse needs to perform the level that you want him to perform at. You know?
So on the level that you like, is there an
Mhm.
ideal weight that you like your horses
Yeah,
for the level that
it
you?
depends on that height. Depends on that height, how big they are. You know what I mean? I don't want no rib showing. I want him to be lean and muscle. I don't want him to be too fat where he can't move around. But I don't want him to be too slim either. So when I rope something kind of heavy, it take him away. You know what I mean?
Right,
So he
right.
got to have something to hold. You know what I mean? To be able to hold something. You know what I mean? Because the stuff we go catch, I mean, we could calls. You know what I mean? Me and my buddy, uh, Paul Gibson, we get calls to go catch cows that's, I mean, real bad. Horns on them this long, come at your horse and stuff. So I mean, we
Mm.
got dogs and stuff. So I mean, so you got to be horseback. You know what I mean? You got to be on something. You know, and my big stallion that I use, he weighed about 1,200 pounds. And but anything I latch on and put around the saddle, I mean, put right on the saddle horn, it's gonna stay there. I ain't got to worry about him taking him nowhere. You know, so
That's all right.
yeah. So I mean, so like I said, it depends on what you're using them for, man. And your breed and your build going I don't know, like your discipline. Say a rope horse, something that's, you know what I mean. You want something with some bone, some solid bone. Your cutting horses, they're not gonna be quite as tall, not gonna be quite as heavy because they're gonna be more agile, more quick. So when the
Right.
cow move, they can move. You know what I mean? But if you're going to get something that's kind of heavy, you need something with some bigger bone. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what you're using your horse for. You know? That's
How
what you
many
need.
disciplines? You said cutting horses, roping horses. How many different disciplines that you know of when it comes to horse?
Oof. You got there's a lot of it, man. You got cross country, you got barrels, you got, oh man, you got heading and heeling horses, you got calf roping horses. I mean, and some of them do both. You know what I mean? They
Right,
switch
right.
enders or whatever. You know what I mean? But uh, there's a lot of different disciplines out there, man. I mean, just like there's over 200 breeds of horses. I mean, it's
Gee, see, I would have never known that.
Yeah, I would have
I
known.
like big horse, medium sized horse, little ass horse. That's what I'm
Uh,
gonna tell you.
that shit is a horse. A
Shit.
horse is a horse. I don't care what it is. A horse is a horse. And
right. But
oh
there's over
shit.
200 breeds of horses, man. You know,
That's
really.
crazy.
Yes,
So
yes.
can you? I know I
What's
can't. I know I can't. Can you look at a horse and tell us a different breed, other than like
Oh,
the
yeah.
obvious Clydesdale stuff? But can you look at certain horses and be like, yeah, that,
Uh-huh. Yeah, they got different features. I mean, ears, nose, hind end, rear end. There's different features that you can tell. There's synonymous to their breed. You know, so it's if you're a horse person, you can tell. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can
a
tell.
horse is a horse to me. Shit.
yeah? How many you been at this, like I said, for your life?
Right.
What's your oldest horse that you got right now on your property?
23.
And how many generations of horses did that one yield?
Uh, If I had to guess, I got to go look at the papers on her. But probably done raised about at least 12 babies out of her. At least 12. They'll have a baby every year if you breed them. Every 11 to 12 months, they'll drop a baby. And if they drop a baby, you can breed them 7 to 9 days later, and they'll have another one next year.
How often do you, doing what you want to do, how often do you breed?
It's a couple that I'll breed every year. You know what I mean? And then I'll maybe sell them, or then I might keep the baby. I might sell both. But I try to raise at least 4 or 5 babies a year. And a lot of my mares, if I don't breed them, I'm gonna use them for lessons. I have them, ride kids around and stuff. And adults, we go on the trail. I have a family of 4 or 5. I have people come here, 60, 70 years old, ain't never ridden a horse before. And I come to take this off my bucket list, and they say, Rosharon, you the man that come see. I said, well, they thought you to the right place.
Oh, well, I'm on the way. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna find a way to get down there. But what's considered a high value stud? What does the stud go for?
Oh man, whew. A high value stud, as in to breed to, or what's his value?
Both.
In my world, quarter horse world, stud feed a high, maybe 10,000 or better. You know what I mean? It just depends on the stallion. Then that stallion, it might be worth a couple million. Yes. So, yeah. They can get up there. They can get up there.
That's crazy.
They can get up there.
Damn.
Yeah.
So have you sold anything or trained anything to somebody of celebrity status?
No, I have not. I haven't. No, I have not.
Texas.
Well, maybe one day.
It's coming.
I'm about to say Texas full of some old. You would never know he worth $500 million.
Right. Now I've seen some horses to some wealthy people. I don't know if they're celebrities or not. I mean, maybe ex football players or whatever. So I mean, I've sold some.
So how do you decide which ones you keep? How do you decide which of the babies
you keep?
I
don't breed nothing. I'm not afraid to keep. Put it like that. So I'm breeding a horse trainer. You know what I mean? So everything. If I have it, I don't have to sell it. Put it like that. You know what I mean? So if you want it, then this is my price for it. You know. So
all right, I'm about to hit you. What's your cheapest price that you sold, and what's your highest price that you sold?
Right.
Other than free to you, I know free is to you. Other what a price tag.
No, I sell my babies at 5 months old, 25 to 3,000.
That's that Honda Accord.
That's 5 months old, you know. So he said that's a Honda Accord.
Yeah, that's that 13 quarters.
Now something that's ready to go, that's trained, probably 20,000, 25,000. Yeah.
No, that's a beautiful thing, man. Like for me, this is my first opportunity. I done a lot of stuff. I done been to a lot of places. I've seen, like, I've been to Carolina Coliseum to see black cowboys, but not to be able to have the conversation that we having.
Oh man, that's wonderful.
The education that we getting.
That's all right. That's all right.
This is super dope, Mr. Richard.
That's all right.
You were highly blessing me because I would have never thought about all this with horse. A horse is a horse to me. A horse.
Yeah, but because of my experiences, that's why I do the things that I do the way I do them. You know what I mean? I figure when you learn how to ride a bicycle, right? You your dad or your mom got behind you and they push you in a straight line until you got your balance and you kept going. But you didn't worry about no curves until you got to going straight, right?
Right.
So it's the same thing. a lot of folks get these younger kids. They put them in this round pen, and they got to learn to go in a circle because they don't really trust the horse that they're on. And I fell off a horse, so I know if I'm gonna put my baby on it, I ain't gonna put yours on it. You know.
Yeah,
So I'll take them out on a trail or whatever, and I done had them 5, 6, 7 year old, and they ride just fine because they got their confidence, and I don't want them to lose that because they feel it's at that age. You know what I mean? So
Right.
but I firmly believe putting your child on a well trained horse that's gonna be your best teacher, and you can't money can't buy that investment. You know.
Matter of fact, speaking of that, how important and the price of a good saddle?
Ooh, man, you can get a good saddle for pretty reasonable, man. It depends on what you're using it for too. I mean, if you're getting a barrel saddle, if you're getting a roper saddle, because you're gonna have to have some quality leather on it or whatever. But you can get a good used saddle. I mean, practically new for I don't know, probably $500-$600.
Well, how important is that? That's like,
Oh, it's very important because it's gonna fit your horse a certain way. Some of them got a wide, what they call a gullet, which is the front of the saddle. If you got a horse that has a wide back, then you need something about 7.5 or better in the gullet, so it fits. So it won't. Whenever you put it on your horse, it won't make a sore on him. So the saddle fit is very important, no matter what discipline you.
So how many saddles you got? Cause you saying that you gotta have many. You have to have many saddles.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't counted them, but I probably got about 14, 15 maybe.
That's enough to fit every shape.
14, 15 saddles, something like that. Yeah. I got enough of. I don't know how many bridles I have. I don't know, but
What's
like I said,
that?
that you actually put in the horse mouth.
Oh,
You
okay.
actually control them. That's the bridle. You got the bit, and then you got the headstall and the reins. All three of those together make the bridle.
Okay.
So, but there's parts of the bridle. You know what I mean? Like the headstall, you got the bit, you got the curve rein, you got the reins. So I mean.
Hey, if I ever get a horse, I'm gonna call you. It's gonna be a horse. I ain't gonna know what kind of horse it is.
It's gonna be a horse.
It's gonna be a horse.
What kind of mileage you put on? Somebody give you a call. They say they got some stray cattle out there.
Mm-hmm.
What's the longest you ever been out there trying to round up some lost cattle?
Oh man, probably.
How many miles you feel like you covered?
Ooh, I done been out there, man, damn near all day from dusk to dawn. Probably 15, 16 hours on a horse.
Okay, straight. That's
yeah,
no break.
No break, man. I mean, you break, but I mean, you still ain't no taking the saddle off, that kind of break. You know what I mean? You might stop and talk for a little bit, but I mean, you still horseback.
Yeah.
Yes, about a good 16 hours, and we talking about maybe on about 3,000 or 4,000 acres.
So
some of it wooded. You mean you see wild hog, you see deer. I mean, you cover some territory, man.
So
you go through some bayous.
On a Sunday, you know how some people say they take a Sunday drive.
Right.
What would you prefer, a Sunday drive or just a ride on a horse, just as you go?
No, I can't.
So that's his job. He do it every day.
Right, and I love it though. I love it. Yeah, I can't think of nowhere else I'd rather be because I'm in a total state of mind when I'm horseback.
Yeah.
I mean, it just takes you away from everything.
I can tell, man. Hey, you make it sound like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to go count my pennies in my water jug. I can't afford a horse. I can't afford
you can afford one, man.
I get a horse.
You can afford one. A horse ain't gonna cost you no more than a dog. If you got to decide the place to keep it.
Yeah.
All you need is an acre. If you don't, I don't know. Or if you even board it, if you board it in a stall or whatever, I mean, of course you need to take it out and let it exercise on a daily basis. Yeah. But I don't know, $150 a month to take care of a horse, man.
Damn. It seemed like all
I thought you was gonna say.
Yeah, because all the numbers you threw out there, it just seemed like 150 don't sound.
$150 a month to take care of your horse, man. That's besides your one horse though. You know what I mean? That's besides your every 6 to 8 week maintenance. Like if you want to keep some shoes on him, you know what I mean? You got to keep his hoof trimmed and but Other than that, man, just the place to keep him, that's what's gonna cost you. You know what I mean? That's if you don't have your own place, that boarding, that's what costs you. You know what I mean? But the actual feed and take care of horses is not really that expensive.
Well, we about to go in this thing called a time capsule. But before we go into that, how much exercise does a horse actually need every day?
Oh well, depends on where he's at. If he's out where he can run every day, he don't need any. He'll self-exercise. But if you have him locked up in a 12x12 stall, then I suggest at least 30 minutes a day where he can run and kick and fart and whatever he want to do.
Right.
Well,
Stretch his legs, right. At least 30 to 40 minutes a day.
All right, we about to go into this. We about to close out a little bit, but we about to go in this, have some fun real quick. What you want to hit him with a time capsule?
Well, no, I want to ask. You said it's 200 different breeds of horses.
Mm-hmm.
Is that domestic?
No, he said 2,000.
No, 200.
I thought you said 2,000.
I said over 200.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that domestically in the United States, or is that worldwide?
Well, a little both.
Okay.
Because
I heard, who is it? They say Italians raise real nice horses too. I heard that. Like
a lot of them are shipped from over here too, though.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. I don't even know, man. I don't know. Give me 5. The time capsule thing is basically we want to show 100 years from now when we gone and the next couple generations come around what we want to teach them about our time.
Okay.
So what's 5 rules to being, I guess 5 rules to just being a cowboy that you would want them to be based on? You know, horseback riding, pistol shooting, lasso. Like what are the 5 most important things about being a cowboy that you would have them learn?
Chewing tobacco. That's me just being
ain't nothing wrong with that. A lot of us out there doing it, man. I mean, hey, whatever keeps you calm. But your cowboy. Your cowboy. Ooh, man, if I had to give a good characteristic of a cowboy, is someone he's gonna stand for something and he's not gonna fall for anything. Fight for what you truly believe in. Stay true to yourself, you, and what you believe in and what you're gonna strive for. No matter what nobody else say or think or whatever, you know what I mean? You have to follow your dreams and aspirations. Oh man. You can't in this world, you can't live it alone. You're gonna need somebody some way, shape, or form.
I definitely believe that.
And make friends, but don't use that term too lightly. If they don't sit at your dinner table and eat dinner with you, or y'all don't eat together or talk on a regular basis, don't call everybody your friend.
Yes.
Know who your friends are. You know what I mean? So, and you ain't gonna, if you really sit down and think about it, you only have a handful of friends.
That's it.
No matter how old you get, you gonna run across I don't know how many acquaintances.
So you know a bunch of people, but you ain't got that many friends.
But you don't have as many friends you might think you have. Yeah. You pick up that phone 3:00 in the morning, and you say, okay, right now, who can I call that I know gonna be here? You know, ain't gonna ask me no question.
Oh, Jesus.
But and my last thing, uh, don't put a price on everything. Because it's some things money shouldn't be able to be bought. You know what I mean? Some things money should never be to be able to buy. Put it like that. So it,
I get it.
you know what I mean? You know? I don't know what else to say.
What
Hey,
you are so interesting, man. You really like. We want to have you back. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to have you back.
Oh man, I love it.
I want to know right before he closes out, and I hate to throw this in there. Give me your favorite Cowboy song and just your favorite song.
Oh man, I don't really have a favorite Cowboy song. Because ain't none of them been written by us. I mean,
Boy, what?
That's real.
I don't have a favorite Cowboy song, and I listen to country and western on a daily basis.
Yeah,
but I don't really have a favorite Cowboy song. You know what I mean? I mean, I like a lot of them. You know what I mean? But I don't really have a favorite.
Okay, this is the last one. We definitely gotta have you back because there's so much more that I feel like I can learn from you. Give me your 5 best horse names.
Oh,
that I own.
That you own.
Oh man, I can start with a Gunsmoke Pepper Pistol.
Get it.
That's one of them.
I love it.
Hold on, say that one more time.
Gunsmoke's Pepper Pistol. Pistol for short.
And he come to Yankee.
Oh man, yes indeed. That's the one I sent you that picture on with me standing.
Oh, that's who that was.
That's Gunsmoke Pepper Pistol right there. That's my main go-to right there. Which one? Frosted Pepperlina. That's another stallion of mine. He's a strawberry roan. I mean, he's pretty good. He's real athletic. I got the rest of. Let me see. Who is that? CC. Is it Pistol Smoking CC? Yeah, that's a little filly. That's a filly out of that Gunsmoke Pepper Pistol horse.
Okay.
What is this? What is Mr.'s name?
Somebody you know said Mr. T. You had a horse named Mr. T.
Matter of fact, that's Pistol's dad. He's passed. He's gone now. He's dead and gone. But he died in like 2009. But yeah, he was one of my favorites. There's no doubt about it.
Whoever that is, remember Mr. T. That must have been a good horse.
Yeah.
Yes. That's one of the best I've owned. Ain't no doubt about it. And I got a little one that my son ride now. I really like him. He called Jax. Jax is a real good calf horse. We got one named Misty. Who else we got out there? No, Red is all right. He's not my favorite though.
He be acting up sometimes. He don't be acting right all the time.
That's all right.
It's like I said, I got a few of them. I'm kind of fond of.
This has been amazing, Mr. Richard. I mean,
man, it's a pleasure talking to you guys.
I all due respect to what you do. You make it sound so regular, so nonchalant, so smooth, and I know the kind of work that you talking about every day.
Yeah,
I can tell.
It takes time.
I can tell that you love what you're doing.
You got my blood flowing right now, but I'm waiting.
Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, I got a ranch sorting tomorrow. I mean, I got some beginners coming. I got a ranch sorting at the place here tomorrow. If you ever have time, y'all look up ranch sorting. Just look it up on the internet, and y'all can see what I'll be having going on tomorrow. It's a ranch sorting.
Shut up no more. I'm calling you for horse advice.
You said calling you directly.
That's all right. Give me a shout, man. My phone is public. I'm gonna answer it to you.
Representation.
He look like he got a flip phone.
Yeah.
You got me.
You got a flip phone? Oh shit.
No, man.
Oh man, y'all
I
crazy,
wish they
man.
still
But
made them though.
representation matters. I love what you do. I love how you do it. I love the care that you take, and I love that you showing other people that look like us what is possible.
Ain't
You know
no
what I'm
doubt.
saying?
No doubt.
So, Carolina, it's the final call, man. What you gonna tell the people, man?
It's good to talk and network with people, man. Once again, we had Amy Smith on here. It was supposed to be a regular conversation, open discussion, and I hit her up, and I was like, "Hey, man, since you on a ranch, or since you on a farm, I'm looking for." And I did say Black Cowboy,
Right?
and she shot it right back.
Right.
She said,
That's my
"Derrick
kid.
Richard."
That's my
I said,
kid. That's my
"Yeah."
kid.
So I'm so happy that the conversation we had with Amy was dope.
That's
This
cool.
conversation is, I got so many questions. Like, we got to have you back. Like, you got
That'll
my blood
work.
flowing right now. You
Oh,
are very informative. You talk on both sides of the fence, the do's and the don'ts, the cons and the and the pros. Like,
right.
you give a lot of information. I think that's very dope of you. You was very inviting. You answered all our questions. You gave us a lot of laughs. You gave us a lot of pointers.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, a black man that's teaching others when you don't have to.
No,
And
you're
you
right.
said it. You said it. Like, you give help to whoever, and by you coming on our platform, you gave us help. And I definitely want to have you back, man. I appreciate it. I salute you, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all guys.
Hey man, look, it's been.
Yeah, we didn't even get to talk about the train.
Exactly.
That's why we got to do the next
So I
show.
gotta say that I still have got to come back, huh?
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother thing, man. And I was
That's
really dead set on
that's a
that.
whole nother thing when it comes to this.
Oh man,
He a
look.
cowboy robbing trains. Go ahead.
No, he a cowboy train conductor. It's a difference.
Yeah, I know.
Engineer.
Engineer. That's even a bigger title.
See, you see what I'm talking about? I love the fact that we hold these positions in life, man, and I love the fact that, again, you give people away. Just you telling your story on a regular conversation, you give somebody another option, man.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't supposed to wear a suit and tie and work in an office. Everybody ain't supposed to be a mechanic and get their hands dirty.
Right.
They don't know that they love for animals could be a very profitable business.
Right. Yeah.
So look, again, I thank you for your time. I want you to hold tight. We're gonna close this show out, man. This is the Bottom of the Bottle podcast. I'm Jay Walker III. That's Carolina Dirt 803. We're gonna thank Mr. Derrick Richard again. Derrick, let me say it like he said, Derrick Richard.
Yeah, he said Richard.
He said Richard. There's a little pause there. But we thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all like, share, subscribe, and get with us. If you got any questions for Mr. Richard, send them to us, and we'll get it back to him. We love y'all, and we'll catch y'all later.
Thank you.